Never mad about samosas, right? It's literally my favorite appetizer. Samosas are a deep fried pastry with variations stretching all the way from East Africa through to Southeast Asia. Many different cultures have a version of this. Mine is going to be Indian today, filled with a mixture of spiced potatoes and curried peas, onions, a little bit of ginger, and some serrano peppers for a kick. And to accompany that, we're going to be making a yogurt sauce and a cilantro mint chutney. We've got the ingredients for our samosa dough. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We've got 3/4 of a cup of water, 2 ounces or 1/4 of a cup of neutrally flavored oil. In this case, I'm using corn oil, tablespoon of caraway seeds that we're gonna be toasting here in the pan. Get them spread out there in a nice even layer, and then on the front burner, I'm just gonna turn to a medium heat. We're gonna try and evenly toast these caraway seeds on all sides until they are fragrant, at which point we'll bring them back into our ramekin, incorporate them into our dough. Ooh. Oh, I love caraway seeds. Caraway seeds always remind me of like really, really good bread. These are nicely toasted. They're super fragrant. I'm just gonna toss these right into our flour. 3/4 cup of water, and then our 2 ounces of oil. Once it's come together into a loose dough, then we're gonna turn it out onto our cutting board and knead it. You excited for samosas tonight? Hell yeah. We've mixed our dough so that it's come together into a solid mass, and now it's time to knead it. The purpose of kneading is to develop gluten. By mechanically kneading the dough like this, we are making those gluten proteins join together like long chains. Think of it like a rubber band ball. We're just getting it angrier and angrier, and it's exciting itself, and then it's gonna get all tight and wound up. Toasted caraway infused samosa dough. Get out of here. Hey Megan, what are you doing? What are you doing, Megan? You trying to sneak around here? Let's wrap this bad boy up. And then it just needs to sit for that half hour. This can just go off to the side. We've got to start peeling those potatoes that we want to get into the water, okay? These are the 2 things that you really want to get started early, guys, because they're going to take the longest. The boiling of the potatoes and the making of our dough. Look at this lazy Susan, being lazy, hanging open, ruining my perfectly good shot that I got going on in my potatoes. Get back in there, Susan. After your potatoes are peeled, guys, go ahead, split them in half, and then chunk them up just like I am. And then we're gonna go into our pot of cold water. Onion, 1 tablespoon of serrano peppers, 2 cloves of garlic. I've already taken my frozen peas. I've set them in a little bowl with some water just to get them to thaw out a little bit. 1 tablespoon of garam masala. So the first thing we're gonna do is dice up the onion, thin slices of serrano pepper. That's about a tablespoon. Be careful not to touch your eyes or use the bathroom after having done that without washing your hands thoroughly beforehand. Make sense? Do I really need to explain that? Make your pee-pee burn.
2 very boring minutes later.
All right, Jeff. All right, that's unique. Let me wash my hands real quick. The garlic cloves. So there's 3 inside of the mint cilantro chutney, and there's 2 inside of our filling. Give them a smash, and then we're gonna run our knife through it. Now I'm gonna take 2/5 of this and save it for our filling. And then the other 3 are gonna go back into our small bowl for the mint cilantro chutney. We can start heating that up on a medium high heat, a couple tablespoons of neutral oil. And then we're gonna get our garlic, our onions, serrano peppers, and our ginger sauteed off. Potatoes are in. Let's give these a mash up with a fork. We just want these to be in marble-sized pieces. I'm not trying to mash this to the consistency of mashed potatoes. Smash up any pieces that are larger than a marble. Then we're gonna add our peas. 1 tablespoon of garam masala. This is a curry powder that features cinnamon and cumin, among other spices. It's a little salt. Let's get a little bit of flour down here. We're gonna basically roll this out, everybody, to the thickness of the seeds. Punch out some rounds of our dough. The other thing you're gonna need to get out, everybody, is going to be a small bowl with some water in it. This is what we're gonna use to help seal our samosas along the edges. Let's talk about the shape we're gonna form these samosas into. Cut that in half. Take a little bit of water. Line the outside of your samosa. And then bring both ends together. And then we've got that kind of ice cream cone shape. We're gonna put some peas and potatoes down in there. Take your finger, wet it, and run it along the inside of your dough right here. Okay. Then pushing these together. Do a nice little flat shape all closed up. So we have this like little lip down here, right? This piece. Take and set your samosa on it and then bring the two arms together. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. It's a little baby samosa. All right, that's one. 27 to go. Look at these. Look at all our mini samosas we got going on. Eat your heart out, Rachel Ray.
Yummo.
Yamao. For our yogurt sauce, a cup whole milk plain yogurt, half of an English cucumber, a lime because we need 1 tablespoon of lime juice. That's going to be our cooling yogurt sauce. For this mint cilantro chutney, 1 cup of mint leaves, 2 cups of cilantro, another tablespoon of lime juice. We've got our 3 minced garlic cloves that we just finished up, 1 tablespoon of serrano pepper, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of coarse kosher salt, and then 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. Come over to the food processor with me. That all is going in there with half a cup of water. We're just gonna take the skin off the outside of our cucumber. Box grater. On the smaller holes, we're just gonna pass our cucumber through. Tablespoon of lime juice. So then let's get a little bit of salt in here with this. Here we go. Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna fry these up until they're delightfully GBD. Get yourself a wire rack like I have right here. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. So crunchy. All right, I can't wait any longer. Let's eat one of these. Yeah, that's crunchy. Hot damn. I'm so happy we did this. This is literally my favorite appetizer of all time. I can't stop eating these right now. Oh. We'll see you next Wednesday for our creme brulee class. Don't forget, if you'd like to help support us monetarily, you can do so at Ko-fi.com. That really goes a long way into helping make these streams possible. I appreciate you in advance, and have a great rest of your Wednesday evening. I'll see you next time here on Ingrediology.